Hey meal preppers, welcome back to Sweet Peas and Saffron. I'm Denise and I share easy meal prep recipes to give you your time back during the week. Today we are talking all about smoothies, how to make them, how to meal prep them, and spoiler alert, there are no bananas involved. So there's one weird thing about me that you should know, and that is that I hate bananas, like with a passion. I can't handle the smell. I can't handle the taste, and I definitely don't even want to be in a room when someone is eating a banana. That is my weird thing, and now that I got that off my chest, I feel a lot better. So the problem with hating bananas is it's really hard to find smoothie recipes. So all of the recipes I'm sharing today, all 7 of them are banana free. Over the years, I found a few little tips and tricks to swap out bananas without losing the body, like the full thickness that they give to a smoothie and the sweetness that they add as well. So a few fruits that you can swap for bananas include frozen mango chunks, pineapple, and peaches. So they're all naturally sweet like bananas, and they add a thickness to the smoothie that is really nice without being bananas. So I find that I'm more likely to actually make a smoothie if I prepare frozen smoothie packs. So you've probably seen these. A lot of people make them in plastic bags. Guess what? You do not need to use plastic bags. I actually make them in mason jars. And the best thing is that when you go to make your smoothie, you dump out your ingredients and then you pour your smoothie in the jar. It's not any extra dishes, super easy to clean the jar afterwards and reuse it 1,000 times for any other recipe. Another great way to avoid plastic waste for smoothie packs is to use a silicone bag. This is a great option, but it is also a costly option. So if you're like me and looking to cut costs, mason jars are a great cheaper option, and they're also easier to clean. So I'm gonna jump in and show you my 7 favorite smoothie recipes, starting with the base recipe. So for my base smoothie recipe, what you're gonna do is add 1.5 cups of frozen fruit. So my favorite is mango chunks, but like I said, you could use frozen pineapple or frozen peaches. You can also add different combinations of fruit. So if you're adding a less sweet fruit like blueberries, I might add something a little bit sweeter like mango just to kind of bring the sweetness up naturally. To this 1.5 cups of frozen fruit, you are going to add your blending liquid, about 1 to 1.5 cups, and this really depends on how thick you want your smoothie. So some of my favorite blending liquids are almond milk. I just discovered oat milk and really like it, although it's been a little bit harder to find here in Canada. You can use coconut water, you can use dairy milk, and in a pinch I have used water. So that's kind of the base recipe, just the 2 ingredients of frozen fruit and a blending liquid. You can add different combinations of add-ins to kind of make it your own. To be honest, there's not really a point of me showing you how to make a smoothie pack with the base recipe. So instead of showing you how to put this together as a smoothie pack, we're just going to move on to the next recipe. Okay, so our first smoothie pack that we're going to assemble is this cherry goji berry smoothie. Now this smoothie is such a treat. It is delicious and it kind of reminds me of a milkshake in a way, like a fruity milkshake. Now one thing to know about goji berries is they might not be for everyone, as they can have side effects if you are taking certain drugs, and they are not recommended if you are pregnant. So when in doubt, consult your doctor. So we're going to assemble frozen smoothie packs first. So in my 1-pint jar, I am adding 1 cup of frozen cherries. Make sure they don't have pits. 1/2 cup of frozen peach slices, and 1 tablespoon of goji berries. And optionally, you can also add chia seeds and ground flax. Okay, so now that our frozen smoothie packs are made, I'm gonna show you how we make the smoothie. So what I do is just give it a good shake out into the smoothie, and sometimes there are a few little chunks that get stuck in the bottom of the jar. So what I do in this case is I add some almond milk, give it a really good shake up, and usually at this point, everything will come into the blender. If it's still stuck, resist the urge to dig it out with a spoon because the glass has been frozen and it's a little bit in a fragile state right now. So instead just soak it with a little bit of extra almond milk and it will come out with a good shake. So we're just gonna add the blending liquid that each recipe requires and blend until smooth. Our second smoothie is a blueberry coconut water smoothie. So this is just basically like a really good blueberry smoothie, and you can totally make this your own. To a mason jar, we are adding 1.5 cups of frozen blueberries, 1/4 teaspoon of coconut extract. This is optional but adds like a little boost of coconut flavor, and 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts. Now when we go to blend this smoothie, we're going to add coconut water and yogurt. You can leave the yogurt out, it just adds a little bit of creaminess. And again, you can add greens to your blueberry smoothie. My next smoothie is my go-to green smoothie recipe. It is a mango superfood smoothie. Now here is my tip. If you cannot stand having any spinach or kale or any leafy greens in your smoothie, add a tiny bit of almond extract. It totally masks the flavor. It's amazing. So to our 1-pint jars, we are going to add 1.5 cups of frozen mango chunks, 1 teaspoon of ground flax, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond extract. Now normally I add fresh spinach to my smoothie packs, but we are out. So instead I'm going to add frozen spinach. Now this is in like a little clump here, so you're gonna wanna make sure that you have a good blender when it comes to blending this up. Alternatively, you can let your smoothie ingredients thaw a little bit longer just to help the spinach kind of loosen up before you make your smoothie. Our next smoothie is a pineapple turmeric anti-inflammatory smoothie. I call this the anti-inflammatory smoothie because it has lots of anti-inflammatory ingredients like pineapple and turmeric, as well as leafy greens. These are all ingredients that are known to help with inflammatory issues. So to our 1-pint jar, we are going to add 1.5 cups of frozen pineapple chunks, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, a pinch of black pepper. Now this sounds weird, but it's going to help activate the turmeric. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 cup of packed kale or spinach. Now again, I'm going to just use my frozen spinach. My next smoothie is a strawberry mango chai smoothie. So I don't like to do just straight up strawberries because they're just not very sweet and they need the extra sweet fruit in there, unless you want to add like maple syrup or honey or sweetener. And I am using a chai spice blend that I'm going to link you to in the description box below. So to our 1-pint mason jar, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of frozen strawberries, 3/4 of a cup of frozen mango, 1/8 of a teaspoon of chai spice blend, and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm also going to add some chia seeds and ground flax, and you can also add in your favorite smoothie add-ins. Okay, my final smoothie is a matcha avocado smoothie. So this is like a great pick-me-up in the afternoon because the matcha kind of has a little bit of caffeine that gives you a little brain boost, and the avocado has the healthy fats to keep you full. It's one of my favorites. So to our 1 pint jars, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of frozen mango chunks, 1/4 cup of frozen avocado, 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 teaspoon of matcha powder, Okay, so how long are these smoothie packs good in the freezer for? Guys, I've frozen them for more than 3 months and I did not notice any difference in flavor. The thing is, they might look freezer burned, but they never taste freezer burned. So if you see a little bit of frost on them, really don't be scared. I bet you won't even be able to taste it. And one more very important tip if you are using the jars is you have to be quick in getting them in the freezer. Don't let them sit at room temperature. If the fruit starts to melt and then refreezes, it's going to be so hard to get them out of the jar. But if you pop them into the freezer quickly, they don't have a chance to really stick to the jar and they will come out really easily. So that's pretty much it when it comes to my philosophy with smoothies and how I freeze them and how I make them with no bananas. If you guys have any questions about these smoothies, please let me know below in the comments. Also, if you guys have like a weird food aversion like I do with bananas, let me know below so that I know I'm not alone. And if you liked this video, you're going to love the next video where I am showing you another great way to stock up the freezer, and that is with chicken marinades. So I like to freeze my chicken right in the marinade, and it saves me so much time during the work week and has so much extra flavor. So check that video out.